Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, please. We have the privilege of having a lot of our young people who are a part of our education programs here. We just had a strings camp with about approximately 100 people there. We've had a choral festival and our Indianapolis affiliation with the children's choir. They are all off on a trip somewhere, but these are people for whom our programs are essential and their parents have brought them. We also have the Reen family musicians who are going to play a little something for us here at the beginning, and I've asked them to introduce themselves. Lucy?
I'm Lucy, and I play the violin.
I'm Virginia, and I play the violin.
I'm Dominic, and I also play the violin.
I'm the mom.
I'm William, and I play the cello.
I'm Bernie, and I play the cello.
I'm John, and I play the cello.
I'm Steven, and I play the viola.
And that's Dad playing the continuo, and they're going to play a little Bach for us. The Reen family musicians. Now what you need to know is every single one of them, including Stephen and Sophie, the parents, have played with our youth orchestra because Vanessa will sometimes pull them in. So these are all members of our youth orchestra as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our mayor.
I feel like I'm following the Von Trapp family. This is quite a production. Congratulations and well done. Yeah. Thanks to all of you for coming. As was mentioned, my name is Jim Lenup. I'm the mayor of Columbus, and on behalf of the city, I want to thank all of you for braving the heat. Don't worry, summer's not here for 2 more days. But thanks for coming, because what we're going to do today is make an announcement and a little celebration. And from my perspective, it's just the latest chapter in what has proven to be an extraordinary philanthropic history for our city. Today, the Columbus, Indiana Philharmonic will thank and welcome Bob and Helen Haddad for a gift that they intend to make. And it's, as I said, it's incredibly exciting for us to see one more example of how Columbus has been built on the shoulders, if you will, of people who have a philanthropic bent. So with that in mind, Sharon Andrews is next up. Sharon, where'd you go? Right here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Lenup, and we're very, very appreciative of your and the city's continued support of the Philharmonic, and thank you for hosting us in this space today. My name is Sharon Andrews, and I'm the president of the board for the Columbus, Indiana Philharmonic. On behalf of the board of directors, I just want to welcome you, the members of the community who have joined us. We are thrilled to be able to share what we've been working on with you, and so thank you for being here today. And it's also exciting for me to see all of these kids because I actually grew up in the Columbus, Indiana Philharmonic organization starting when I was 8 years old. So this is kind of a great nostalgia moment for me. So the Philharmonic is at an exciting moment. We are launching a Building for the Arts Capital campaign to expand our current conference room into a community event center. This space will be available for teachers, for students, for artists, community organizations, and businesses in the Columbus area, and will be flexible to many needs, including rehearsals, performances, recitals, high-quality recordings, and meetings. What I'm personally most excited about is that the Philharmonic has engaged community members, other performing arts organizations, and those who might use the space to talk to them about their needs and wants. In these conversations, we've actually learned a lot about how we can ensure the best for the arts and for Columbus. We're committed to creating a space for collaboration, and we cannot wait to bring this community living room to life. The Capital campaign is key to enabling us to do that, and the Haddads have a wonderful announcement to make in that regard. So I'd like to introduce and welcome to the podium a Philharmonic board member, Tracy Haddad.
Thank you, and thank you, Sharon. I have the privilege of introducing my mom and dad today. I'll try not to get emotional. Bob and Helen moved to Columbus in 1973, where they were welcomed in the infamous Columbus Way. The Columbus Way encouraged them to settle here, making Columbus their home now for almost 45 years. Helen, a graduate of Oklahoma University's music school, taught music at an elementary school level, sharing the love of music with children. Music and education have been dear to her heart from an early age and remain the basis of her passion for the Columbus, Indiana Philharmonic. With Bob Sr.'s successful business in the community and Mother's passion for music, they make the perfect team. Helen got involved early on, becoming actively engaged with the development of music and educational programming in Columbus. Bob supported Helen's love of music because Bob dearly loves Helen. Helen truly embodies the mission of the Philharmonic, which is to enhance the quality of life in the community so that all citizens have the opportunity to be touched by live, quality music in a way that is meaningful to them. As a team, Bob and Helen proved to support this mission by sponsoring events enabling the Philharmonic to offer affordable performances for the community's enjoyment, advocating tirelessly for the community's advocating tirelessly for the educational programs as well as the many other programming opportunities offered by the Philharmonic. In supporting this mission, they have shared their lifelong love of music with the community and beyond, perpetuating support from other community leaders, enabling the Columbus, Indiana Philharmonic to continue to flourish. Upon moving back to Columbus 3 years ago, I attended my first Philharmonic concert as a member of the community. It became obvious to me the community has derived many benefits as a result of Helen's passion for quality music and Bob's commitment to giving back to the community. I felt an overwhelming sense of pride and a tremendous respect for my mother and father, witnessing firsthand the joy music brings to their lives. I hope the community feels this sense of pride with the opportunity to experience the joy of music life can bring. Given their passion and community commitment, it is only appropriate Bob and Helen announce a lead gift, enabling the Philharmonic to continue their mission with a new and improved space. This space will welcome the community at large, offering a variety of functions, as well as numerous opportunities for the Philharmonic to continue programming, provide the ability to offer performance, rehearsal, or recital space, and provide a welcoming space for the community to gather for the love of music, the love of arts, and the love of family, celebrating community the only way Columbus knows how, in the Columbus way. It is my honor to announce Bob and Helen's Community Challenge to raise $500,000, at which time they will make a $1 million gift towards the completion of the Philharmonic's new space. With this contribution, the center will be named the Helen Haddad Music, Arts, and Events Center. Helen's lifelong passion for the Philharmonic is a result of a deep friendship developed over the years with David Bowden. David and Helen quickly bonded, understanding the community's desire for quality music and the importance of sharing their lifelong love of music. So at this time, I'd like to invite Helen and David to the podium to share a little bit about their love of music.
So before, guess I need to turn it on. So before we actually talk with Helen, you see who's in front here, those of you that know about Bob's recent illness.
We are so delighted to have you be able to be here, Bob. Thank you for joining us. It's a real treasure to have you here. Thank you. So Helen, you and I met in 1987 in the chorus. Why were you singing in the chorus?
Oh, because that's my most desired thing to do. I've learned that if you participate in the arts, whether it be music, singing, dancing, sculpture, whatever, drawing, that it brings out in you a deep feeling, and which I like to call your soul. It gives your soul an outlet, and it improves your personality and your behavior to the point of it's therapy, and that's why I sing.
So when did you first realize you had a love for music, and how did that happen?
Oh, I was my mother's last chance. She was going to have someone who liked music, and I was the baby. So she worked hard at getting me to like music, but I did. I had a voice scholarship to the University of Tulsa, and then I transferred to the University of Oklahoma to be where Bob was going to school. And his mother never saw him after that. He never came home. But it was a great move for me. And it was all because my mother was so determined I was going to be a musician.
And are you glad for that?
Oh, very, very. My children didn't, they aren't musicians, but they're all very artistic and very hardworking at what they do. My son is a landscape architect by education. He is now running the country club for us. And the girls are so talented in other ways that I am not. So they're all artistic.
And you are talented as a singer because you sang with the chorus for a number of years, and even now you want to be up there.
Yes, I do. In fact, you even offered to let me sit in a chair on the stage, and I chose not to do that.
Oh, no, that's fine. Well, we have a lot of kids behind us here.
Notice that.
Yeah, well, all of these kids have been supported by you because you pay for Vanessa Edwards. If you'll turn around, you'll see Vanessa Edwards waving her hand. She is our education director. She also conducts all of these people over here in the youth orchestra, and she's really a Pied Piper, and you thought she was a good person to support.
Yes, I did. And if you've ever been to any of those youth orchestra concerts and saw hundreds of children on the stage, from this high to that high, I mean, covering the stage. And they're also excited to be there. They're all dressed to the nines and playing for all of them. And she isn't the only instructor. She has helpers who help her. I mean, she couldn't put that many people on the stage without that, but she's done a great job.
She has done a great job, and it's because of your choosing to, with Bob, to support by paying her salary, among many other ways that you do that.
Yeah.
They also bought a van for the Columbus, Indiana Children's Choir so that Ruth can move around.
Yes.
And but each one of these people behind here is there because of you and Bob supporting us.
Yes.
Thank you so very much for that. Anything else you want to say before we quit?
I can't tell you how glad I am that Bob was able to come today.
Well, this is a special day. It's really a game changer. This is not just a small thing. It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing for the Haddads. I mean, raise your hand if you're a Haddad. But it's a game changer for the Philharmonic in this community. It's a game changer for our service to the community, but it's also a game changer for the community because we have a facility that is going to be built because of this family and their love for the community and their love of music. We have a facility that is going to extend our mission to include now community capacity building. We are creating something that is going to make a difference, not just for our organization and the other arts organizations, but for the community at large. And now, I don't know if you did the numbers. They're giving $1 million when we, the community, raise $500,000. It's a 2-for-1 match. So this is really extraordinary. Helen, she's talked about her love for having kids make music because she knows it'll change their lives. But what you may not know is that Bob, my friend Bob, he'll come up to me after a concert and he'll tell me how he did. He'll tell me what we should have done, and he will also offer suggestions for how to get that done. Because you see, Bob's a musician too. Bob played clarinet. And he really has an understanding of how music works as well. I can remember you in many conversations over the years talking with me about the power of music, the emotion of music, the beauty of music, the way it touches a person's heart, and how you love the fact that we're touching hearts all over. But especially about the importance of music making in raising kids. That is essential, making sure it's a part of their lives all along, and he did it every time. And we've probably had, 20, 30 conversations at least like that, some at the country club, and he'd have tears in his eyes because he really believes making music changes lives. And we do too. And that's why all of these people are here. So now, it's up to us. We have a lead gift that has been provided very generously. We have a 2-for-1 match, and just in case that's a a little difficult for you, that means if you give 100, we will receive what? 300. A 2-for-1 match. I'd like to invite every person in Columbus and in this region who loves music and wants to support children's music education to join with us in helping that to flourish by contributing to this wonderful cause. We are announcing the capital campaign now. The naming opportunities are available, and if you are interested in that, if you'll take out your brochure. If you didn't pick one up, there are ones down at the end. We have here our success story, including, why, that's Sharon Sung, singing with the Philharmonic, what did we say, 10 years ago or so, something like that? And she's now president of the board. And that's a picture of her singing more recently. You have the various information about our goal. It's a $2.5 million goal total, about what it will mean. Lots of pictures that are there. But then if you turn to the next to the last page, you see naming opportunities. And I've already had one conversation, thank you, about a naming opportunity that is now no longer present. It is the green room. That will be being taken care of by Mr. Owen Hungerford, who just handed me a note a few minutes ago. Thank you so much, Owen. We really appreciate it. So, please do look through the brochure. Please participate as you're able. It is the Columbus way. It is doing things in a way that everybody has a part in. And we're so excited to be able to say now that we have a lead gift in our capital campaign, and we are announcing so everyone can participate. I would like to ask Bob, would you please stand? And Helen, would you please stand? Let's wait until they get up. This is a little bit of, ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Helen. Thank you so much. And now, if you'll all be seated, I'd like to introduce, or not introduce, but Bob, you just stay standing. Would the whole family, the Haddad family who is here, would you all please stand? All right.
This is only half of them.
This is what?
Half of them. We got 4 children, 10 grandchildren, 10 great-grandchildren, and we're proud of all of them.
We're so glad you can be here, Bob. We are so glad.
One's a Yankee, one's works for the Green Bay Packers, and all of them are doing excellent. We got teachers. We let them do anything they want, and they all got educated. From 10 grandchildren, all 10 went to different colleges, and they're individuals, as we all are. And it's unbelievable the Ream family can't be in any other city in America. But we have 9, is it? And all of them professionals. I don't know where they have. I'm going to say 1 or 2 words.
Why don't you let me
I'm the and Bob. That's just a joke. But I was privileged to come here in '73, and we got to know the Hamilton family, Mr. Miller, and the Cummins people, and the Reeves, and the Stadlers. Those people who had companies here and built this town, and the architecture, and I was privileged to meet them and know them. And I saw what they had done, and I quit my job to not move again with the company I was with, to stay here. Most of us are here not because of our jobs. When we stay here, it's because of the town and those people who did this before us. And I was privileged. Owen and I were on a board at the Red Room in the library about 6 or 7 years ago, 10 years after Mr. Miller passed, to try to bring back the memories and have the younger people who did not know him. And there's a video tape over there that you get to try to let his images of what he did be continued. And when it came down to the end, I'm gonna quit in 2 seconds.
It's okay, keep talking.
Came down to the end where everybody there was saying, Mr. Miller did this, Mr. Miller did that, Mr. Miller put that in. Yes, he did a lot of things. Came down to me, who was I didn't work for him, he didn't work for me, is what I said. We were personal friends and played golf. I said, let me tell you, Mr. Miller, and they were surprised. And I don't remember saying it, but I saw the tape. I said, did I say that? I came out, as I always speak openly, I said, Mr. Miller did not do it by himself. I was not going to say I helped. I said, all those other people around this community helped the other families who could, and we all built this town together. And I said, the thing is, Mr. Miller would only be happy if we continue his thoughts. He's not here. He can't do us for anymore. We're not here to celebrate his life. The image and that thought he did to build this company is what he would want us to save and participate in. We quit our job and stayed here, and we're successful. We're 2 kids from Oklahoma. I won't tell you, we came up in 32, we were born in the Depression in Oklahoma. We learned to work hard. And so we said we had to contribute back to do what other people did before us. That's more important, and it's what you do with the funds that you are able to make, and not the money. So these kids, we encourage them to do good everywhere they go. So thank you very much. We hope the whole community joins this, because you'll have more thrill in giving than participating. If you're in the program and you always join that program and participate, it's more of a life-giving gift. So we thank you for helping us do this deal.
The Ream Family Musicians.